Well, we've been doing Drone and Phone for 10 years. It's our 10th anniversary, and in this episode we're going to go through some of our best episodes that we have done. Jack, when did you start?
2016 September, October.
Very, very early on, just after we started a new...
Would have been around the beginning of 2019 for me.
Okay, we're going to bring in some of our ex-reporters as well and get them to tell us what their best episodes are. So stick with us and you will find out the best of Drone and Phone for 10 years.
Ooh. Well, over the years, the course of the years with Drone and Phone, I've had the privilege to be paid to ride my bike and to go out and find trails for you, the viewers, to go and ride yourselves. I think of all the rides sticks out in my memory is the one I did with DJ in our 10 Best Rides episode. And we rode from Taipo all the way up to the border. We went up a military road, which was very steep. And then we came through the wetlands, Nam Sang Wai, and then we made our way gradually up to the top of Tai Mo Shan for that iconic view out across Hong Kong. And that, I think, will forever be an indelible memory on the Drone and Phone rides for me.
Well, I often get asked what is my favorite hike in Hong Kong, and it's tough choice, but I'm going to choose one of the very first hikes I did, coming from the Saiwan Pavilion, walking up and then through the 3 bays. It's just magnificent, and when I did it for the first time, it was a real eye-opener to what Hong Kong could offer. We then went up Sharp Peak and came down off the back of Mackerel Hose too. A fantastic hike that we've done maybe 3 or 4 times now on Drone and Phone, and I never get sick of it.
All right. Hey, Chloe.
Hi.
How are you doing? Long time no see.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So it has been many years since we lost you from Drone Phone. We miss you here.
I miss the crew as well.
Yeah, so it's the 10 years anniversary we have here in Drone Phone. So we want to ask our ex-reporters to share their best moment, episode, or memory with Drone Phone. Can you give me a minute?
Sure, of course. I'm now in a shopping mall though. I hope it's okay.
Yeah, no problem. So what was yours?
So for me, I think the most memorable episodes was definitely the one I was Cyclone. I think when I was on a trip, like a 5-day digital detox, like doing some camp cycle, 5 days, and it was quite an experience because I never had those kind of like solo camping experience before. But then
Yeah, I remember that too. That was really, really nice. So what's your most remarkable moment there?
Well, I think there were so many different special small moments, but the highlight was definitely when you there as well with me, and then we went to I forgot the mountain's name, but it's definitely the sharpest in Hong Kong, and it was so scary. I wouldn't have been made it without you being there with me together.
No, you were strong.
I'm glad that.
Cool. So good to hear that. That's it. That's all we want to hear from our ex-reporters. I already got George to mention that, but we will share you the link after everything published. I think you're gonna big laughter on that.
Oh my God, wonderful! I cannot wait to see the final version as well. And congratulations on the 10th anniversary.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Over these years in Drone Phone, one of my favorite episodes was during the Where's Shangri-La documentary shooting. So we were in the Tibetan Plateau in the Sichuan and Yunnan province. So we crossed over the whole area. That's the very beginning of our documentary shooting. So we were not really well prepared with the gear, and physically we were not that strong. But I really enjoyed that moment, the scenario changing all the time, and then the scene was so beautiful. We went up to 5,000 meters. We also went down to the lake. So that's really epic journey we had with DJ. We hiked in the mountain for 3 days. We have a friend from UK doing storytelling. We look for the Shangri-La. That was the best moment for me in Drone Phone over the 10 years. Hey George, how you doing?
Hi Jack, how are you?
Cool, cool, cool. It's so good to see you again. Although this is just on land, we miss you here in Zhuangfeng. It has been many years.
Yeah, it's been 3 years.
We are going to celebrate our 10 years for Zhuangfeng. This is a moment we invite our ex-reporters to share their favorite episode or moment.
Yeah,
It's
right.
your turn.
Right. So, I had so many remarkable memories with Drone and Fern. Um, but if I gotta choose one, I would say the funniest moment was we met a fan during a hike, and he recognized me and he came to me and say, "Hey George, I love your show." But then DJ was standing right next to me, and he didn't recognize DJ, and DJ was like, "How about me?" And he was like, that fan was like, "Yeah, I know you. You're the guy in Jordan and Vern." I'm
Not
usually
important.
the guy in Jordan and Vern, but that time DJ was that guy. And
Yeah.
like after I came to Australia, my friend, my colleagues, like people asked me like, where did you learn your English? And I told them when I was working in Hong Kong, I was forced to hike with my boss 8 hours a day and keep talking nonstop for 8 hours. That's how I learned my English. So I learned so much from John and Fern.
So good to hear. So good to hear. Thank you very much for sharing that. We will put everything together with all our current reporters and a couple of you guys into the episode. I will share the link with you once it's
Yeah.
done. Um, Beside that, all the best. Have a good time in
And
Australia as usual.
can can we do this together? Like my name is George and my name is Jack and this is John and Fern. Can we do that
Yeah, yeah,
together?
definitely, definitely. Okay, for all that in front of the screen, this is the end of the conversation with George. So my name is Jack, and
And I'm
this
George. And this is John
is
and
Joanna
Fern.
Funk. Hi, George.
Bye bye.
Well, those were some of our best episodes or best memories. We had some funny moments too, Jack. Can you try and bring back one of those funny moments over the 10 years?
There's many. There's many. If you are our loyal fans, you always see the end of our episode. We always put something funny there. But to me, I think the best moment was Lance was shooting the multiple sports events in Guizhou. So I was talking about how stable we are on the little kayak.
I remember that. I've just seen that one.
Yeah, now we fall into water. I was talking about some of the essential skills in swimming.
That's right.
Eventually ended up in the water.
I've got to say, some of my best moments were with George. When we hired George, we thought we'd hired this intrepid reporter who could go anywhere, but it turns out he was gung-ho, he went for it, but he did struggle some bits. And I think that first episode we did with him when we were co-steering, and he was really struggling. He had told me he could swim, but he actually couldn't swim. And poor guy had to swim across this open bay, and he was absolutely petrified, but we did get him across safely in the end. What about you, Rob?
I think for me it was watching you struggle up some of the steep climbs. That was always the funny parts for me. I knew you would make it to the top, but it was always like an inner smile
Biking has never
watching you struggle
It's
to
not
the
inner,
top.
we could see you.
never been my comfort zone. I feel like George in water when I get on a mountain bike. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Here's to another 10 years. Happy New Year as well to everyone. Hopefully we're going to get another 10 years out of Drone and Phone.
Keep rolling, keep rolling.